Dr. G,
Hey,
in light of everything that's happened over the last few weeks of the shoot, we put in some protocols that are to protect everyone ahead of, basically getting all the guys on stage.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Tony, and I'm back. Bravo just released their part 2 sneak peek of the Married to Medicine reunion, and I really wanted to speak on a few things because y'all know I be in the comments, and I did see a few people confused. They're thinking that T and Dr. G are being bullied and isolated off of the show, but I had to clear a few things up and explain to you guys what's actually going on behind the scenes and why it may seem like that. So, first thing first, I wanted to clear up for you guys that King and Dr. G did not get into a physical fight. I repeat, there was no physical contact. They did not fight. Now, would they have fought if there were any people in between them? I don't know. Me personally, I kind of feel like it was just a TV scene. But King and G did not fight. So for Dr. G to tell people on the cast and behind the scenes that he wanted to press charges, that is one reason why a lot of the cast and viewers felt like Dr. G was doing too much. You guys have to also remember when Quad and Lisa Nicole got into an actual fight on TV where Lisa assaulted her by throwing a glass cup at her and everything. Dr. G told Quad that charges weren't even necessary. And we have to wonder, why is Dr. G pressing charges? Well, I'll tell you why I think he is. Dr. G is pressing charges because he does not want Quad's boyfriend to film. And hey, I'm not saying he's right or wrong for that. If you feel like you have a problem with someone, you feel like they tried to fight you, hey, how you choose to handle it, you're playing chess, not checkers. I get it. But we have to also remember Sweet T's mom came onto the reunion and tried to fight Dr. Heavenly. And Dr. Heavenly pulled the same move where she went, rightfully so, to HR and said, hey, I'm not going to fight someone that's not on the cast, okay? I'm not going to be fighting people's family members and whatnot. You guys are bringing them onto the show, like behind the scenes, where we are, basically getting ready for the reunion, and this person is trying to walk up to me and physically fight me. So guess what? Bravo made sure that Sweet T's mom could not come back. And that is what I'm thinking Dr. G was planning to do when he decided to attempt to press charges or complain to Bravo about King. And we need to remember, this is just a TV show to us. To the women on this show, this is their job. And I repeat, the woman, the men are not employees of Bravo, or they're not actually getting a check. The women are getting checks. They are employees. They're on a contract, okay? And they are the ones that actually have to be somewhat protected along with the people they bring onto the show. So here's some backstory for you guys so you guys can kind of understand a bit. One reunion, it was last year, T brought her mom onto the reunion behind the scenes, and she brought her to confront Dr. Heavenly. And from what I heard and out of Heavenly's mouth and a few other people that were there, they said that she was basically acting like she was going to fight Dr. Heavenly. So Heavenly played chess and not checkers. She told them, hey, I'm not going to fight T's mom. This woman is not on the show. This is not in my contract. I'm not paid to fight people randomly that show up behind the scenes. What she did was complain, and they had, I'm saying they as in Bravo, they blocked T's mom from being able to be around the premises when they're filming. She's not allowed to film or come around because she tried to physically, attack Heavenly. Now, do I think that Dr. G was stealing a page out of Heavenly's book? Yeah, I really do think so. I think he realized, hey, they were able to block my mother-in-law from filming because Heavenly reported her. So now I can kind of get back at Quad and King and I can pull the same move. So do I feel like Bravo or the group is being mean or malicious to Dr. G? No, I don't think so. But what happened, happened. And again, Bravo is doing what they have to do to protect themselves as a company when someone says they feel unsafe, and the cast is doing what they have to do because this is what they are told to do by producers. Now, who said they felt unsafe? Who complained? Who went to HR? Now, I want you guys to take a look because I'm not feeding y'all false receipts or just speaking this out of my butt. I'm literally telling you guys what happened. Take a look.
You were there the night before unless you were just sloppy drunk.
You were just doing what you would do as an employee.
Yeah, as an employee, yes. Like, this is still a job and you're supposed to report things to HR. But already, when I called HR, they had already knew about it. Like, somebody had already called. I don't know whether if it was Phaedra or what, but they had already called. And so they decided to separate us. I felt like the cast tried to come and blame that on me and hold me accountable for what production did. And I didn't like that.
That was literally a clip of Sweet Tea herself confirming she called HR. Why did she call HR, guys? She called HR because she literally remembered, hey, Heavenly did this with my mom and got my mom blocked from filming, so me and Dr. G can get this done to King so Quad can bring him around to film. It's not that hard. And she even kind of played on herself a bit in that clip by saying, yeah, I called HR, but they already knew because someone called. You know, maybe it was Phaedra. It might have been Phaedra. So now you're kind of throwing Phaedra under the bus as well. And I had also heard that Phaedra might have put a bug in their ear to do that as well. But either way, Sweet Tea was on a mission to do it anyway. And we have all seen Dr. G and T kind of basically, you know, rightfully so. I mean, they are husband and wife, but they kind of work together in a sense. They have this little thing where they plot together. Their goal was to get King from not filming anymore. However, they thought that they were bigger than the show. They need to also remember this is a show. They want ratings. They want drama. Okay, that's just what it is. This is reality TV. This is why a lot of people watch. You thought that they were going to block a cast member's partner on the show, but instead they just spaced you guys out. And since you guys were more vocal in saying that you felt unsafe and whatnot, mind you, there was no physical contact. Okay, we have to remember as well, Heavenly and Contessa had a similar incident. There was no physical contact, right? But Contessa charged towards Heavenly, right? Heavenly did not press charges. Heavenly did not go to HR and say that she felt, you know, unsafe and whatnot. Only Dr. G and T did that. And we also have to remember this whole cast was physically there when the incident happened. They saw Dr. G and T equally get into a whole dispute with Quad and King, okay? It wasn't one-sided. No one was ganged up on. And the cast lost a bit of respect for Dr. G when he decided to really take it further and attempt to get someone in jail. He literally told Eugene and Mimi's husband, I think his name is Steve, I can't even remember right now, but he literally told them that, hey, you know, he could go to jail for 90 days possibly. You know, this is attempted assault. Now, why does that make sense? Please tell me why that makes sense. Dr. G, you came on this show knowing your ex-wife was there. If you knew that it was so uncomfortable for you, you guys have such a dark past, why come back to the show? And why bring your fresh marriage into the mix? Why? No, I can't say for sure because I'm not Dr. G, but I think I know why. He missed being on camera. He wanted to come back, and he also wanted to provoke his ex-wife. That's what I think. But that's just my opinion. Again, you know, maybe he does, you know, miss being on TV with his friends. However, I just feel like, you know, Dr. G said that his relationship with his ex-wife really took a dip with her getting fame and money. You know, why would you repeat the same recipe with your new wife? And why join the mix with your ex-wife and you know that, you know, you guys have such a toxic history? I just don't agree with it. But let me know what you guys think below, really. I also added another clip so you guys could watch as well and what's going on. But again, I had to drop this video because a lot of people were confused and they were really wondering, why is Dr. G being isolated from the group? Well, he's not. So here you go. Again, like, comment, and please subscribe and let me know what you guys think and I will respond. Bye.
Now, Gregory, are you serious? You have my scraps. That you had to crawl into a DM and lie to him and say that you can give him a baby and you have not made good on that.
Girl, please. What is it? You didn't get enough out of the divorce?